Where am I? Who am I? Oh yeah, now I remember. Hello YouTube and welcome to another GV anime review. Sorry about that, I just had a case of sudden memory loss. But put all children to bed, because the anime that I'm reviewing today may not be for the faint of heart. And that anime is Tasogare Otome X Amnesia, or The Dusk Maiden of Amnesia in English. An anime that, till this day, I still don't know how it got onto my to-watch list. The story of Tasogare revolves around Yuko Kanoe, a girl who died mysteriously in an accident at her school 50 years ago. Since that day, she has been wandering the school without memories of her life or the way she died. One day she meets a boy by the name of Teichi Niiya, and to their own disbelief, Teichi can actually see Yuko, which makes him the first person who can do that since Yuko's death. Teichi then starts, together with his colleagues from the Paranormal Investigation Club, a quest to find Yuko's memories. So what did I like about this anime? Well, I liked the fact that Tasogare was pretty scary at some points, which is one of the main goals of a mystery ghost story. Also, the color use was well done, with lots of black and red in the more scary scenes. But I must add that this comes from a guy who is absolutely not good with scary things. I never watch horror movies, scary series and so on. So if you're used to watching these, then you might find the level of scariness in this anime not high enough. To me, there was one scene or episode that quite frightened me. Without telling any spoilers, there is one episode where we go into first person view of one of the characters, and that was some pretty scary shit that we got to see there in my opinion. Unfortunately, we are already moving on to the negative side of this review, because I had a lot of problems with Tasogare. Now before I go further, I want to emphasize that this is my personal opinion. I say this because Tasogare is actually a really popular and loved anime, so a lot of people might strongly disagree with the points that I'm about to say. So again, this is my personal opinion. You don't have to believe anything that I say. Now that we have that out of the way, let's start. The first thing that bothered me in Tasogare was that we have to wait such a long time until the main story finally starts. We have to wait until literally halfway through the anime until the main story, which is the search for Yuko's memories, starts. The episodes before the halfway point were so boring. I really didn't give one damn about what was happening. A second thing that bothered me were the characters. Again, I didn't give one damn about the characters. Not Teichi, not Yuko, and definitely not Kirie or Momoe. Momoe in particular. The only reason that she's in this anime is to deliver comedy. She's like the secondary male character in romance animes. Now, if the comedy that she delivered would have been good, I would have found her bearable, but also the comedy was so lame. I don't remember laughing once with this anime. If the Tasogare fans weren't raging already, then they will now, because I also couldn't care less about the romance in this anime. I really didn't care for the relationship between Yuko and Teichi. There wasn't one moment where I was interested in that relationship. But the thing that made me dislike Tasogare the most was the ending of the anime. The ending of Tasogare is the most lame, cheesy and easy way out ending I have seen till today in anime. When I was watching the last episode, I thought, okay, this is a pretty stereotypical ending. I saw it before in other animes who also did it a lot better, but it was bearable. But then we got to the real ending of the anime, and I was so put off by it. I mean, why? Why did the writers choose this lame ending? It feels so forced. All to create this happy ending that some of the viewers want. I literally went, what the fuck? My parents sleep 3 rooms further than me and they heard me in the middle of the night. That was how put off I was by this ending. To me it was the final push into disliking this anime. So as a conclusion, to me Tasogare fell short on any level. It wasn't sad enough to be a drama, not funny enough to be a comedy, not romantic enough to be a romance, and not scary enough to be a real horror anime. So I'm going to rate Tasogare Otome X Amnesia at 2 out of 5 stars. I don't recommend watching it. But again, you don't have to believe anything that I just said. It's not because I dislike this anime that you will too. The best way to find out is watching it yourself. And then now for my recommendation. I haven't watched a lot of this sort of animes, but I found one with a similar story and who tells it in my opinion a lot better than Tasogare. And that is Anohana the flower we saw that day. In both animes, the main female character is a ghost girl who is still present. Also, both girls have amnesia, and in both animes there is only one person who can see them. Anohana has a much more interesting story, better comedy and definitely better drama than Tasogare. And with that I conclude my review of Tasogare Otome X Amnesia. As usual, you can find a full list of all my animes and reviews over at Anime Planet. As usual, I will put a link in the description box down below. Now if you want me to review a particular anime from this list, please put them in the comments. Also, if you have a recommendation for me, put them in the comments as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. I will say arigatou gozaimasu and I will see you all in the next video.